Hi, my name is Mark McCleskey. I'm a national political consultant here at McShane LLC. We help candidates raise money and then invest it in a way that dramatically increases their chances of victory. That's why we work closely with our clients to develop tailored fundraising plans that cater to their specific needs and help them raise the necessary funds to win. Our team also assists with creating effective messaging and campaign strategies that appeal to the voters and improve a candidate's chance of winning. If you're looking for a political consulting firm that can help you raise funds, develop effective messaging, and win elections, then we're the right team for you. Let's talk about how we can help you achieve your goals.
And back with us for another episode of GVTV is the great Gene Valentino. You can check him out online at genevalentino.com and check out the Truthcast podcast as well. Welcome back, Gene.
GVTV, I kind of like that. That sounds good.
Isn't that good? You can take that for free, my friend.
I'll take it for free this time. Oh boy, I enjoyed listening to your show, and I can't for the life of me understand how this Democrat Party has any sense of civility or humanity anymore. I tried for years to give this whole two-party system the benefit of the doubt. But to put an elderly man up for re-election who's lost his continence, who's lost his cognition, where it's clear evidence that dementia is setting in, and you're going to tell me to prop this poor guy up and as a way of being the front man for personal gain by complicit conspirators within different self-controlled agencies. You mentioned, Timothy, the NGOs. You got that right. Soros is focusing on those NGOs, and he's going to need Biden in place to keep the funding going in those NGOs too, if not funded by the United States. We have reached a point where if Joe Biden makes it to an election, I should say, to a June 27th debate, it'll be a miracle. But if he does, I can't in my wildest dream think of how the Democrat Party could prop this guy up and hang their hat with stories about Donald Trump being such a convicted felon, or they're going to come after Trump on the felony stuff. And the problem I have, guys, is that underneath their noses is the conspiracy that these charges, these guilty charges against him, were fostered from court systems, prosecutors, and district attorneys that were funded by George Soros, going through a revolving door at the White House under a guy by the name of Joe Biden and his cabal over there, is prima facie, in your face, evidence that the justice of this nation has been compromised. And what bothers me, foreign, abroad nations are saying, what the hell's going on with Biden? But what the heck is going on with the system behind Biden? I need to take a breath.
Yeah, that prima facie aspect, Gene. I've been thinking about that all week. You know, last Thursday we took a deep dive looking at Sarah Adams, former CIA, and her revelations about how this Taliban pullout actually works financially for this country. And, you know, bless her for giving that information to the wider internet public. But at the same time, the most shocking thing is exactly what you just said, that in your face sort of aspect of all this now. It's like, yeah, we left billions of dollars worth of stuff there. Yeah, we basically, bailed out of a war that went, long enough to be old enough to drink alcohol. Yeah, we lost all kind of people there. And yeah, we're paying the families of the people that were killed there and not the families of the people we lost here. I could go on and on. It's like every little topic that seems so salacious is in your face, and it's in your face on purpose, and is tailor-made for people on the right and people on the left to have them both so upset.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian, what's your problem? Oh, employment is up. Wages and cost of living's coming down. Inflation is coming back down. As compared to what? Was it $1.70 a gallon last week? It was $1.70 a gallon under the Trump administration. Was it $1.70 a gallon last week? Point one. Point two, inflation's come down a little. It's the Overton window, I just heard you said. Well, the inflation's down here at 2%, which is normal from any economist's point of view. It ramps up to 9 to 12%, and they're bragging because they brought it down to 9% or 7%. Is that a savings since the Trump administration? Oh, but how about more minorities being hired than ever before? Hello? Those minorities are illegal minorities. They're Latinos and they're blacks coming through the southern border. And the real American citizen, a black person, a Latino, now says, hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. My family went through the process legally to be a glorious American citizen. And I got these you-know-whats from you-know-where coming over the southern border illegally and taking my job. Wake up, America. We are now at the point where we must react. And if by chance Joe Biden makes it to the election in November, I think the answer is clear. My expectation is he won't even make it to the debate, because the Democrats were strategizing to boast about Donald Trump, the felon, at this point right now. The Democrats didn't expect his poll numbers to skyrocket, his checking account on the campaign to go through the roof. How is that not a message to the Democrat Party? I submit.
Well, they also didn't expect him to say yes to CNN debate when the rules favor Joe Biden.
With no conditions, you're right.
He called their bluff. They put forward a debate proposal that they thought that he was going to reject, and he said, sure. And now they don't know what to do. I saw a great meme this week, Gene. Or just today. Somebody took Barack Obama leading Joe by the hand and then tried to pat him on the back to make it look like he wasn't leading him by the hand. And they put it to the Visiting Angels soundtrack, the ad, and it was just a beautiful thing. These people are in big trouble, and they know it.
The Democrat Party has or will fail in an unprecedented way between now and November. And I do believe and have faith in a two-party system, but not this Democrat Party. They have allowed an extremist group to take hold of some of the policy decision-making, which amplified and protected and embellished the select few at the expense of the many. And here's Donald Trump, on the other hand, in the hood, getting the black vote and the Latino vote, while Joe is under the hood with a few elitists raising a few $1,000,000 in California. The $100+ million that Trump raised crashed a server because average Joes like you and me were coming up between $20 and $40 to contribute to his campaign. Now, who do you want influencing you? Millions of $20 to $40 voters, or a select few in California that have got hundreds of millions of dollars controlling your campaign and your decision making once you get into office?
And they're not just losing the regular citizens, they're losing former Democrat Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick.
There you go. There you go.
They're even about to lose Fetterman, it sounds like. Even Fetterman sounds like, Gene, normally we'd have to stop right now, but we got a couple more minutes. We're still waiting on our next guest. But even Fetterman is like, I don't think I want to be a liberal anymore. It's like that guy is a paper cutout, like a complete tool of whatever puppet master runs this system. And even he's like, okay, guys, it reminds me of that Babylon Bee clip you played last week, Timothy. It's like the devil himself has come down and said,
no, here's the thing, Hesh. I don't think they expected him to recover from his brain tumor. He's now
There you
regained his
go.
cognitive function, and I don't think they expected that.
Hey, kudos to Fetterman. I don't care what he's wearing, but he's sure
Amen.
he's making a lot of sense lately, gentlemen. And I think that as a comparison, look how we thought he was crazy and way out there. Look what the squad has done to redefine crazy in the Democrat Party. This is off the charts. And that's back to my first point. I predict a major transformation or elimination of the Democrat Party as we know it today, or have known it since its early inception. And I think we're going to see more sound, conservative, moderate, middle of the road. Even the Supreme Court just recently surprised the Biden administration again. So the Supreme Court can't be any good by overturning a deportation law. On Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a law that was established by Congress requiring the deportation of foreign nationals who illegally entered this country. It's a big blow to Joe Biden at the worst possible time. Hey, I got an idea. Instead of 80,000 new IRS tax agents that was murmured about not too long ago, what do you say we put a few hundred special magistrates in place to start policing these administrators, these Justice Department crooks, and these legislators in Congress who have gone off the deep end? We need a policing of the system of governance itself here in the United States. And Merrick Garland isn't about to do a damn thing because he's, between now and November, in place to protect his boss.
Gene, I agree with you absolutely. In fact, I appoint you to be America's ombudsman. Keep track of these guys, keep holding their feet to the fire, and keep us informed right here at State of the Nation. Thanks so much for another episode of GVTV.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino from the Grassroots Truthcast. You've got to join us not only for the great shows and entertainment and guests, but you got to join us because our sponsorship is growing. And it would mean a lot to them, not to mention me, if you come on board. And the one we're featuring this week is Luis Sanchez from the Cigar Shop. He owns a company called La Tradicion Cubana. The Cigar Shop, Miami, Florida, since 1995. This Luis is really one heck of a guy. He's determined to manufacture cigars based on an unprecedented excellence in quality using old-fashioned Cuban methods. The cigar isn't always cheaper, but it is better. And if, like you're drinking a fine wine, you got to have a fine cigar, look for Luis Sanchez at the Cigar Shop. He helped me find a nice Connecticut wrapper with a Nicaraguan blend. And this cigar has become not only my enjoyment, but this cigar has also become my brand and my marketing tool. If you notice up close, we've got a little label he's put on there for me. And that's my website, genevalentino.com. It's at the Grassroots Truthcast. Now, here's the deal. You go to thecubanshop.com, find the cigar you want, and Luis will throw in the labels for free. But you got to tell him Gene sent you. Tell Luis Gene sent you. The labels are free. These are $50 to $100 values based on the count. And you can get this to become part of your branding experiment. I'm using this with my guests on the Grassroots Truthcasts. This could be your brand on your product, your service, anywhere in the world. Look for Luis Sanchez at thecubanshop.com. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your smoke.